Hi, hi. Hello, everybody. I'm tired. I'm a tired bitch. I had a busy weekend. Oh my god. I also just remembered, real quick, I'm actually going to hide that for 1 second because I gotta click out of that. So I can do something real quick. Um, you. You need to become something else. Where did it go? There you are. And that'll be something to talk about later on. Not right now. Nope. Damn it. Fuck. I'm not used to doing like PowerPoint presentations on stream. Yeah. There we go. Anyway. Make sure I'm all set. Make sure I'm all good to go. Got my water. So we're all set there. So we're just gonna go ahead and kind of dive right into this. Anime Frontier 2024, presented by Crunchyroll. This was my first convention that I have been able to go to in 2 years, which subsequently, the last con that I went to was Anime Frontier 2 years ago in 2022. To see how much Anime Frontier has grown in the past 2 years is absolutely insane. The dealer's hall was bustling and busy, wall to wall. Artist Alley was popping off. It was packed. Artist Alley was absolutely packed this year. And it was big too. Like, I don't keep in mind, I've only been to like one or two anime conventions. And I haven't been to any of the big ones, like Anime Expo or Crunchyroll Expo or anything like that. I haven't been to the ones like out in California or anything like that. I've just been to the ones here in Texas. But even then, I have never seen an Artist Alley that massive before. Holy shit. They basically took up half of the back wall of the expo hall was all just Artist Alley. And the Fort Worth Convention Center, keep in mind, is not a small venue by any means. So that was really cool to see. There were a lot of really cool artists and a lot of really cool art to see, which some of which I will be showing off because I did buy some. I really probably shouldn't have, but I did. Oh well, we're here now. But no, just overall, being back after 2 years was something truly special. And I'm very glad that I was able to go. And on that note, I need to give a big shout out to my friend Purple Dragon, who bought my pass to be able to go. I originally was not going to be able to attend. It just wasn't going to be in the budget for me to even buy the pass to get in. And Purple Dragon very generously purchased my ticket for me as a birthday gift, for which I am very grateful. So, Perps, if you see this, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You are amazing. I will say the hardest part of the weekend for me, I think, was, first of all, I am not in con shape anymore. My day job is very physical and does involve a lot of walking. Nothing nearly to the degree that an anime convention demands. So I was very much out of shape for convention, by convention standards. So by the end of the weekend, my feet and my ankles were so sore I basically couldn't even walk. I'll check up on this Pokemon real quick. Cool deal. And a lot of that had to do with not so much the con itself, but with the fact that the garage that I chose to park in downtown was literally almost a mile away from the convention center. One way. I'm not even joking. Aw, Liz, thank you. And thank you for the 24 months at Tier 1. 2 years at Tier 1. Jesus Christ. Has it been that long already? Wow. But thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. But that also wasn't aided in any way by the fact that on Saturday, it was raining. And it was cold, and I was doing everything in my power to protect the merchandise that I had purchased from getting wet between the convention center and my garage about 3/4 of a mile away. Thankfully, everything was secured. Everything made it home safe. Got it dried off. No damage to the goods. All good. But that much extra walking between the convention center and the garage, I literally had to ask Cam, because he and Mary were parked just a block and a half away from the con. I literally had to ask them on Sunday, as things were winding down, if they could just drive me back to my car on the other side of downtown, because my feet and ankles were so sore I could not walk anymore. Which they very happily obliged, and I thank them very much for that. But overall, like that was the worst of it. That right there was the worst part of the weekend. Everything else was absolutely fantastic. And we will be getting into that right now. So, day one of the con, I got there about half an hour or so before the doors open. Also, I should clarify, when I say day one and day two, I mean for me specifically. I was not at the convention on Friday because I still did have to work, but I was there Saturday and Sunday. So, day one and day two are like my day one and day two. So Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, I get there about half an hour before the doors open. Already massive crowd outside. A lot of them, I'm guessing, had probably been there since 8 o'clock when they opened the queue for people to start lining up. But even then, I got a pretty good spot in line to get to the expo hall. I was feeling good. I was excited. Again, first convention in 2 years, and first convention back was the same convention that was my last one 2 years ago. So, love how that came full circle. I came dressed in my own cosplay of my standard VTuber avatar, just like my default outfit with a little aura tank top and the cutoff jeans and the leggings. So, which by the way, if you ever go to a convention that I'm at, that's what to look for. Is I literally cosplay as myself, as my default VTuber avatar. So, that's what to look out for. But no, there was a lot of good energy to start. We get out onto the expo hall floor, and this happens twice, where the top left up there was two just completely random Spider-Man cosplayers who did not know each other. They did not plan this. Ended up doing the Spider-Man pointing meme. That happened on Saturday. And then this one right here happened on Sunday. Except this one featured my friend Trident Productions. Is the Spider-Man right there. That's Trident under there. You can also see Bubbly cosplaying Shadowheart off to the side back there. But no, that was just such a fun, spontaneous moment. And it's one of the things, it's those spontaneous moments are one of the things that I love about conventions, because you never know who you're going to run into or what's going to happen. So like shit like this is just, it's so good. So good. Okay, so the Honkai Star Rail pop-up shop. I do not play Hoyoverse games. I don't play Genshin. I don't play Honkai Star Rail. I don't play Zenless Zone Zero is the other one. My friend Lane does. Oh my god, does Lane love Honkai Star Rail? Specifically, does she have a thing for Aventurine? I'll explain more here in a minute. But Lane originally wasn't going to be able to make it to Anime Frontier this year. It just wasn't in the cards financially. She got hit pretty hard by Hurricane Beryl earlier this year, so a lot of that spare money had to go to repairs. So it was unfortunate, but again, it's one of those things of like, well, just hopefully plan for next year. I'm trying to remember when this was exactly. It was like about a month ago. I get a message on Discord from Lane. It is a screenshot of the announcement that Hoyoverse will have a presence at Anime Frontier. Lane sends me the screenshot and a message that just says, in all caps, fuck. She sends me that. And at that point in time, we didn't know what it was going to be. We didn't know what kind of presence they were going to have. If it was going to be like a main stage kind of thing, or what. But it was at that point I brought up the idea of like, do I need to figure out a way to just rig you up on an iPad and carry you around the con for a little bit so you can see what this is? And she was like, oh my god, yes. Can we do that, please? So a little bit later, they announced what it was they were actually doing, and that it was the pop-up shop. And they showed off some of the items that they were going to have on sale. Lane, once again, enters my DMs with the word fuck in all caps and a screenshot of the shop preview of all the merchandise they were going to be selling. So, and like, I had already asked her to, like, is there any specific type of merch that you want me to look out for, to get for you? And I'll just send it to your P.O. box. And she said, like, anything Aventurine. And I was like, okay, bet. Well, the pop-up shop gets announced. And there are several very nice items for sale at this shop, mind you. Like things that I don't play Honkai, but they are items that I would love to have on my shelf. They are nice. Like they are full on display pieces. They're amazing. So she sends me that, and I basically messaged back, okay, what do you want? And she's like, no, don't worry about it. Like, I'm really just bitching and lamenting more than anything at this point. And I was like, no. Pick one thing. I will get you one thing, and I will send it to your P.O. box as a Christmas gift. It's on me. And so she told me what she wanted. And I was like, okay, boo, I got you. So Saturday, I go to the pop-up shop, I get the thing. Package secure. And I just send her a picture of the bag that it came in, with just the message, package secure. And already she starts freaking out. But the other thing that I ended up doing on Saturday was I ended up hopping into a Discord video call with Eric. You will see him here in the chat as Elite. He's one of my mods. And one of my longtime friends, too. We went to college together. But I hopped in a Discord video call with him to test the viability of taking Lane on a video tour through the convention. And the test went surprisingly well. I was pleasantly surprised with how stable the connection was. Like, it actually went very, very well. So, with Eric, basically just watching the POV from my camera phone, or my phone's camera, rather, and just listening to him through Bluetooth earbuds so I could hear him. I basically just walked a lap around the expo hall floor, tested for dead zones, made sure that he could hear me and see everything. Flawless. It went beautifully. So, come Sunday, I message Lane. Or I rather, back up. As soon as we finish the test, I message Lane and I tell her, hey, guess what? The test went really well. You want to shoot for 1 p.m. tomorrow for me to take you around the con? And she was like, yes, that's perfect. So, Sunday rolls around. I do some other stuff, kind of like in the morning, afternoon, which we'll get to here in a bit. But, about 1 o'clock, I messaged Lane, asked her, like, hey, I just finished setting up. You good to go? And she's like, yes, we're ready. I need y'all to understand that this 200-something-year-old porcelain doll VTuber, when I asked her, what do you want to see first? Like a little child, she started chanting, Express, 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 Express! She really wanted to see the Honkai Star Rail Express pop-up shop. Because I'd sent her a picture of it the day before. So the first thing she wanted to do was like get an actual up-close look at it over Discord video. So this ended up being the first place that we went on Sunday. And then I ended up taking her basically just up and down like the main thoroughfares, long ways, through the convention hall, kind of like turn it, like panning back and forth across the aisles, nice and slowly, so she could keep an eye out for anything she wanted to get a closer look at. We ended up making it through about halfway through Artist Alley, in total. But one of the best moments was actually I took her to Emmy Lowe's table for them to have a moment together. That was fun to watch. But I need you, because like, remember, for the most part, unless we were talking to someone else that we ran into, Lane was literally in my ear, in my Bluetooth earbud. I am surprised I don't have hearing loss in my right ear from the number of times this woman went feral over Aventurine merch on, like, in the dealer's hall and in Artist Alley. Like, holy shit. the I think at least 3 or 4 times there's just this ear-piercing scream when she spotted Aventurine merch through my camera. And there was one, the worst one was an Aventurine body pillow that she ended up asking me to get the card of the vendor for so she could order one later on. But no, we had a lot of fun. I walked her around for a couple hours before she ended up having to hop off. But it was... that was a really fun time, and I'm very, very happy it all worked out that I was able to do that for her, because I know she was pretty upset about not being able to make it, so the fact that I could even do this much for her, like, she really appreciated, and I was happy to do it. So, it just, everything worked out. And of course, next time, like for next year, obviously we are manifesting for Lane to be able to make it in person next year. We hope to see her there. But moving on, let me click back onto my slideshow here. So, for those of you who are familiar with the Senpai Squad, they had a presence at Frontier. They had their booth in the dealer's hall. They brought out their VTuber cars. So they had like a HoloLive side and a VShojo side. They had 2 for each. So they had, on the HoloLive side, they had the Kurokami car, and they had one for Koseki Bijou, which is a fairly newer one. I don't think I saw that one last year. I actually don't remember what the HoloLive cars were that were out last year. I think one of them was a Gouda car, if I remember correct. I don't remember entirely. But like, they had all their merch set up with the 2 cars, or the 4 cars in total, flanking on 2 on each side. I checked out like their t-shirts, their stickers, and all that stuff. I actually ended up getting myself a Project Melody sticker while I was over there. But like, that was all really cool. But then on the VShojo side, they had a Henya the Genius car, and they had an Iron Mouse car. Well, we'll get to that in a second. For whatever reason, I didn't get a good photo of the Henya car, but I got these. And then I got a good one with the Iron Mouse car, which we'll get to that later on. So one of the other things that was happening outside of the expo hall, because like, there were cosplay meetups all throughout the weekend, just kind of like out in the lobbies outside of the expo hall. There was a Has-Been Hotel / Hell of a Boss cosplay meetup. Holy shit, y'all. These cosplayers are insane. That Rosie, in particular, I ran into on the expo hall floor and asked if I could get a picture with her. She very graciously obliged. But the sheer amount of Has-Been and Hell of a Boss cosplays that were out there this weekend were insane. And they were all insanely good. The Fizzerollies down there, like, oh my god, they were so well done. Like, this was super cool to see. Like, as a fan of Hell of a Boss and Has-Been, this was so freaking cool. The amount of dedication that cosplayers put into their craft, I could never. I wish that I could, and I could never. But they looked amazing. So, moving on. We're moving back to the expo hall now. Over the weekend, I had the opportunity to meet and chat with some really awesome people. The first one was Emmy Lowe, who I got to catch up with and chat with for a couple minutes. Fun fact, Deep Reach lore, if you remember this, I used to be a part of the radio drama cast over on Digital Era Entertainment. I was part of the original cast back in May of 2020. Emmy Lowe was also on that cast. So I can actually say I have done unofficial fan work with Emmy Lowe, and that's pretty fucking cool if you ask me, considering where she is now. Holy shit, I'm so happy for her. But got to catch up and chat with her for a little bit. Got an autographed Lucy print from her. Have to go to a con once you're down here. You haven't been since Otakon 2012? Okay, yeah, no, we're absolutely going to a con. There's a lot of really good ones that come through North Texas, Liz. We absolutely have to go. But then, one of the other people that I got to meet for the first time and chat with, actually, we ended up chatting for a few minutes because she didn't have a line, was Jesse James Greeley. Jesse James Greeley is one of my favorite voice actors in the industry. And she also recently came out as trans. So to see what she does as an out and open transgender voice actor, that means so much to me as an aspiring voice actor myself, to see that kind of representation. Like, oh my God. So, but like she was super sweet. She was super polite. She asked me if she could put her hand around my shoulder. I said, absolutely. She was super respectful. She did the Tyrion laugh from Ruby, Tyrion Kalos from Ruby, which that was awesome. I actually got to experience the Tyrion laugh, like in person. That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. No, she is super sweet. So I was very, very happy for the opportunity to get to meet her and to chat with her and to tell her how much I appreciated everything that she's done as a voice actor, but also representing the trans community in the voice acting industry. So that was super cool. Really, really like that. So Saturday night, if you're in my Discord or if you follow any of my socials, then you probably heard about this. Saturday night, I was at Free Play Arcade. This did not have anything to do with the con. This was not any sort of like special event related to the con. I just wanted to go to Free Play Arcade because holy shit, it's been too long. If you've never been to Free Play Arcade, it is a venue where you pay a flat fee at the door. This location is like $12-13 per person. And with that flat fee, you get unlimited access to a plethora of retro pinball and arcade machines, all free to play upon entry. They also have a full-service restaurant and bar if you need something to drink. You call Galaga. But, yeah, so I was hanging out here on Saturday for a couple hours. Nova and I both were there for from about 6 to 8. It basically ended up just being a nice little arcade dinner date for the two of us, which was super nice. It was a lot of fun. Because, like I said, I haven't been to a free play in a really long time. And free play is such a fun place to go, especially with friends. Your favorite retro arcade game? Honestly, Liz, same. Like, it's... Like, Galaga was, like, my jam. Like, holy shit. But yeah, so this free play is located just south of downtown. 1311 Lipscomb Street in Fort Worth, Texas. So if you're from the area and if you're familiar with the West Magnolia district of Fort Worth, it's just south of there on Lipscomb. So the only thing I will say is, like, parking down there can be a bitch. So just be wary of that. But we ended up getting a pretty decent parking spot while we were down there. But we had a lot of fun there. I got to remember how much I suck at pinball. That's fine. It's still a lot of fun. It also reminded me just how poor my fine motor skills really actually are when it comes to playing like arcade shooter games. Like, within 5 minutes of, like, holding, like, that arcade shotgun or whatever, I was, like, my hands were already cramping up and tired. Like, holy shit. It was bad. But it was still a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So, Sunday, I came to the convention wearing the same outfit, more or less. I swapped out my cutoff jeans and leggings for just my regular long jeans. And I also got to wear my Kason Happy Coat. So that coat was another birthday gift from another friend of mine who got it for me at San Japan. Because I was originally going to try to go to San Japan, and then it just ended up not working out. And I was really upset about that because they were selling these Kason Happy Coats specifically and only at San Japan. And I'm just like, fuck, I want one. So my friend ends up getting one for me, and I had every intention to pay him back for it when he got back up there, and he just handed it to me and said, "Happy birthday." I was like, no, where's my toggle? I was like, wait, that's the wrong one. I was like, no, you don't have to. I was gonna pay you back. God damn it, let me pay you back. But no, it ended up. I was very grateful for that. For those who don't know, Kason, VTuber from VShojo, is my Kami Oshi. She is my Oshi above all Oshis. She is very important to me. I love what she does. I try to do everything that I can to support her while also being, like, financially responsible and all that stuff. But, like, to be able to wear that and represent my Kami Oshi at Anime Frontier really meant a lot. And of course, wearing the Kason Happy Coat, I had to get a photo in front of the Iron Mouse car, representing VShojo all the way. Praise Satan. But yeah, the thing about those coats too is they're actually super comfortable. Like, I did not have to take it off all day. It was super breathable, super comfy. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I wish I had more opportunities to wear it. But moving on. Let's talk merch. Merchandising. So basically everything that you're about to see came out of Artist Alley. So these are things that I saw in Artist Alley, but I did not have the funds to purchase, unfortunately. Holy shit, I would have loved to have had that Freerin elf tapestry. It's so good. I saw that and actually started busting out laughing, as I did with the Kuro's Hair Fund. That made me laugh. It was basically the artist's tip jar, but they had a very clever way of doing it. But then also the Doki shirt. Holy shit, the Doki shirt. They had shirts like this of other VTubers that were in the pocket, and if you pull the pocket down, it just showed, like, full body art under the pocket, which is actually a really cool attention to detail. But the Doki shirt is Doki. What do you I don't know what else I was expecting. Oh my god, it's so good. I wish I could have gotten this shirt too. I just did not have the budget for it. I would have loved to have gotten that Doki shirt. Oh my god. As again, Doki, another VTuber who I have a lot of respect for and whose content I really, really enjoy. I wanted this shirt so bad. I did end up getting some Doki merch. So I did end up getting a Doki keychain, which I think, yeah, you can see my cursor. Okay, cool. So I got a Doki bird keychain, which I'll be adding to my keys here in a bit. I got the got a set of stickers. Actually, these are from the same booth, I'm pretty sure. So the Year of the Dragon motherfuckers sticker of Kiryu Coco. We love Coco. And it actually came with 2 free Raora stickers, which was super cool. Those are super cute. So like this and this are like these are going on my desk. I don't know what I'm going to do with the second sticker because they're identical. But I'll figure something out. Also, Pokemon Spawn on the way. It's a Lockix. Do I have one of those? Hold on. I do not. Ultra Ball, go. I was like, hey, Smash, what was this about virtual arcade games? I will show you in a bit. Let me get through the rest of the presentation, and then I can circle back to it. But yeah, I got the stickers. I also got 2 new Pokemon cards. These cards are not for playing. Both of these cards are actually going to be put in a hard case and put up on display. Both of them. There is the Mawile V. Mawile, of course, my favorite Pokemon. And then my favorite evolution, Sylveon. Specifically, this is a Dark Sylveon card, which I thought was actually like really fucking cool. So Dark Sylveon V. Picked both of these up for display. And then there was a woodworker there who does like custom like laser engraved wooden coasters. They were actually really, really cool. So I ended up getting this little wooden sign for our new apartment when we move into it. It just says, "Welcome to our home. Roll for initiative." So we're probably going to hang that up by the front door. I also got this little Bardic Inspiration token. This is about maybe 2 or 3 inches across. Just for showing that I followed him on social media there at the con. I ended up following him on TikTok. So I got one of these for free. And then I bought this little sign, which even then, this one isn't that big. This is only maybe about 6 inches across. He had a big one that was like maybe like 1.5 foot across, but that was like $60. And this was 10, so this was much more in budget. Which is fine. I need to keep in mind, me going to Frontier was super last minute, so I didn't really have time to save up. And then I met this little guy. This is Terran. He is a Catboy VTuber, and I happened to meet him entirely by chance because we sat down at the same table together in the cafeteria or in the food court, and we just started talking about some stuff, and we found out that both of us were VTubers. So we exchanged information, we exchanged follows. So as a matter of fact, I think he's supposed to be going live as of about 30 minutes ago, so we might be raiding into him if he's still going by the time we finish up. That'll be super cool. But yeah, so I got his card, and I got a couple stickers, and I also got these little 2 stickers down here, right next to my head, of, I believe he said is his sister, ? I don't remember entirely, but is like another VTuber character that appears on his channel. But I mean, look at the boy. Look at the boy. He's so cute. Look at the boy. I don't know what it is. I just have a thing for cat boys. He's so cute. Ah. So one of these stickers is probably going to end up going on my desk. I'll probably put another one like on a water bottle or something like that. I haven't entirely decided. I have a lot of stickers. I got to figure out where they're going to be put, including. Remember how I mentioned that Project Melody sticker? You will notice that Project Melody sticker was absent from the merch lineup. That is because I had to show my ID in order to purchase it, and I cannot show it on Twitch. Moving on. Oh my. Listen, you all know what I'm about. Let's see. I believe this is the second to last slide. Yep. So showing off the friendles. So I got this ribbon, this badge ribbon from my friend Purple Dragon, again, who is the one who bought my ticket to go to the con. It says, "This dragon thinks you look fire." Love that. I did not actually end up applying it to my badge. I still have it. It still has like the seal on the adhesive. So I might actually end up doing something to like collect those and display those properly. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do yet. But I am holding on to it. I'm not going to put that on a badge. I'm going to save that. Cuz that ribbon is super special to me. But then over here we have a dummy. And then we have Bubbly Waffo here, friend and Aura Alliance teammate. Also, heckin' amazing cosplayer, by the way. If y'all don't follow Bubbly, y'all absolutely should. Because this little bean is a brilliant ray of sunshine. She is a ball of goblin energy. Just... and she is absolutely fantastic. But, like, she is such a talented cosplayer, too. Like, the amount of dedication and attention to detail that she puts into her craft. Holy shit. It's amazing. And then, also, Abby, back here, another cosplayer friend of mine. Y'all may or may not know her as Pink Sunshine Cosplay. So, our little friend trio right here. Just hanging out. This was taken Sunday afternoon on our way out of Anime Frontier. So like things were winding down. We were on our way out, and we realized, oh wait, shit, we all need to get selfies of each other. Oops. So we ended up getting those. Abby wasn't supposed to be in this photo. Abby photobombed us, but it ended up working out. It was good shit. It was good shit. Okay, and then I needed to check one thing. Let me get rid of that real quick. Okay. I wanted to save this for last. Because this happened on Saturday. So day one of the con for me. This is one of the first things that I did at Anime Frontier. But I wanted to save it. I wanted to talk about it last. Because of just how special this moment was. Last weekend at Anime Frontier 2024 in Fort Worth, Texas. I got to meet one of my heroes. Zentreya and Haruka were doing live meet and greets. They were live on Zentreya's channel. And they were doing like a live meet and greet slash walk around to the con so they could see like everything going on, like see all the cosplayers and show it off to Zen's chat. Really cool idea. It was a lot of fun, but I was given the opportunity to meet them and talk with them for a few minutes. And when I say one of my heroes, I do not say that in any way to discredit Haruka, because she is just as important. But Zen in particular means a lot to me. She is one of the brightest beacons of joy and life and hope that I have ever seen in the VTuber sphere. And her content, and I told her at the very least this much, that her content has helped me work through some stuff recently. And I knew she was live on stream, so I didn't want to go into too much detail and feel like I was putting her on the spot or anything. But her cover of Linkin Park's One More Light has actually been helping me work through and process a lot of grief that I have been going through, resulting from the recent loss of someone that I deeply cared about, to a death that was 100% preventable. Her music, that cover specifically, the original song by Linkin Park, obviously fantastic. There was something about Zen's cover of that song that it did so much to help me process what I was feeling. That, and I know that I can always, if I'm feeling down or if I'm feeling upset or anything like that, I know I can turn to Zentreya's content and have my mood turned around for the better instantly. And then, of course, you have Haruka Caribou. Someone who has struggled and wrestled with being autistic in the content creation sphere. And listening to her stories and her struggles with that, it makes me feel seen. It makes me feel like I am not alone. And it helps me to feel more confident and comfortable in who I am. These two right here on that iPad screen, they empower me. They have inspired me and empowered me to do so much more than I ever thought possible as a VTuber or as a content creator. They are both very special. They both mean a lot to me. And getting to meet them was the highlight of my weekend. And that is a moment I am never going to forget. They were both during the meet and greet itself. They were both super sweet. They thanked me for being patient with them while they worked through some tech issues that they were having. They had a bit of a delay, and also like during my session in particular, something crashed on their end. They got disconnected, so they worked to get reconnected. So I was able to get my selfie with them. But this was a very special moment that I will remember for the rest of my life. I will never forget this. It's moments like this Hold on one second. I'm missing an asset. Shit. There we go. It's moments like this that make going to conventions absolutely worth it. It's moments like this that are why I go to conventions. It's for experiences like hanging out and chatting with an old friend who has shot to the top of the voice acting industry. It's getting to meet one of your favorite voice actors who has empowered you as a queer creator and voice actor. And it's getting the opportunity to meet the people who have empowered you and inspired you to do what you do every single day. Those are the reasons I love going to conventions. It's for all of those moments right there, all just wrapped up into one unforgettable experience. There's a saying that goes something like, never meet your heroes. Because it sometimes comes around that the person that you thought was your hero isn't the person that you thought they were. I'm pretty damn glad I got to meet mine. I need some water. Oh my god. Smash, are you still here? I know you were asking about the the retro arcade games that we were talking about earlier. I can show I can show those off again if you're still hanging out here. If not, we'll probably get ready to raid out here in a minute. Nope, mute tab. I don't want to hear myself. Yeah. Gross. There we go. That'll work. Oh, cool. It looks like Terran just started. I'm checking some messages here. Right quick. Cool. All right. I don't think Smash is here. Smash, I'll send you the VOD. But Frontier was fantastic. It was everything I hoped it would be and more. And I am so grateful to the people that helped me get there. To the people that helped me while I was there. It's also worth noting, too, that everyone at the V Shoujo and Senpai Squad booth, everyone that was there were super nice, super polite, just went above and beyond to make that experience all the more unforgettable. For those that want to check it out, the VOD for that stream is still up. We won't watch it here, but I will copy that link. I'll post it here in the chat, and then I'll post it again in the Discord. The VOD is still up, and it is timestamped for you to go and watch. It starts right around the time that my session started. So if you want to see me on Zen's channel, that's where you can go do it. But besides that, I'm so happy that I was able to go this year, because it turned into what will very easily become an experience that I will remember for as long as I live. And I cannot wait to keep doing more. I can't wait to go to more cons in general. I can't wait to go to more cons with Nova and to start going to cons with you, Liz. That's going to be so much fun. And that's really all I had to talk about tonight. I do have one announcement before we wrap up. Again, let me make sure that my assets are working properly, and they are. If you are in my Discord or if you're on my socials, you saw this already, but I will go ahead and show this off here. Bum, ba, da, bum. Reachmas 2024 will happen on Christmas Eve at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. This will be a YouTube stream because of Twitch's stupid new policies regarding like music and karaoke. But this is just going to be a super chill, couple hours long stream, doing some Christmas karaoke, reading some Christmas stories, and just having a super fun, chill, cozy time. I don't really have any particular structure for how this stream is going to go, but I want to do something for for all of you who may not necessarily have anywhere to go for Christmas, or if you just need somewhere to get away for a little bit, get away from family. I'm happy to be that escape for you. So, again, that'll be Tuesday, December 24th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Reachmas 2024. And obviously, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I cannot stress this enough. Everyone is welcome here. Absolutely everyone. You don't have to celebrate Christmas to enjoy Reachmas. This is an open invitation to all to come and just hang out with me and chat while we sing some songs and read some stories. But that's going to be a lot of fun. But we are going to go ahead and raid out. Thank you, everyone, for coming over and for tuning in with me today. This is a lot of fun to talk about. But we're gonna go raid into Terran the Cat, a new friendo that I made at Anime Frontier. We have already been talking, and at some point after New Year's, we are gonna figure out some kind of collab together. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So please look forward to that. But Reachmas 2024 will be the last stream of 2024. After Christmas, I am taking that entire week after Christmas off. No editing, no streams. I'm probably going to be logged out of almost, if not all of my socials. I need an actual proper fucking break, because like this next week is going, or this next couple of weeks are going to be so busy just between travel and events, and holy shit, I still need to finish all my end of year projects. It's fine. But yeah, we're gonna go raid out to Terran. We're gonna go say hi to Terran. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, this is Reach reminding you that wherever you are and wherever you go, always remember that you are loved. And I will see you all on Christmas Eve for Reachmas 2024. Have a wonderful night, guys. Mwah.